Hello, welcome to another video. This one has been quite a while in the make, and I've eventually finished the first Hue scenic unit building. I've had quite a few issues with it from using Halford's grey primer to prime it, which was obviously fine for MDF buildings, but I'd done the pavement and the base areas in craft foam, and apparently the propellant in it eats into it. So I had a bit of a mare with that. Then I had the issues with the roof, with the tiles that I'd used, so that's all sorted now. So I eventually got it finished. Very much of a temptation. I tend to like to add little bits to bases to make them more lived in. The only issue that you have with it is it can sometimes become, although it looks great, it can sometimes become too cluttered. It becomes a diorama rather than a wargaming piece. So I've done a little bit, probably not as much as I would have wanted to, but I've got other things. I may add I was thinking about maybe a lamppost or a telegraph pole or something like that to the base, but I'm quite happy with the way it is at the moment. So that's been quite a while. It's been on the back burner for a little bit, and I've done other things, but that's sorted. So that's what we're going to be looking at when we get down to the bench. So that sort of fueled us to keep going. So I've currently on the go, I've got an Empires at War sort of Spanish church, small church. I've been having a look at some photos of Vietnamese churches. Obviously there's a lot, sort of quite a large Catholic following population in the country, Christian. So I've had a look around, and it'll be usable. I want to have it, the temptation was to totally Vietnamize it. Having said that, if I don't do that, I can also use it for the Peninsula or Italy. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I might do some additional little bits to put next to it. I was thinking about putting it on a complete base with a wall and gravestones and what have you, but it may become quite big. The base may become quite big, so what I might do is just do some additional bits, maybe a separate wall. But anyway, that's off in the future. And I picked up another couple of buildings which I mentioned in a previous video from Empires at War, which are really nice. So they're going on. It will not be far off for cluttering where mine and Alex's 4 foot square urban city for Hue, urban terrain area for Hue. So that'll be that's looking really good. So anyway, enough blabbing from me. We'll go down to the workbench and have a look at the building. Right, so as I've previously mentioned, this is the Sarissa Precision building from the Gangs of Rome range. I thought it would do okay for Hue in the basic shape of it. So it's on, as you can see, it's on I think it's about a 12-inch square MDF base with craft foam, a 5mm craft foam layer on, where I had the incident with the propellant. Basically, the building's built as it is. I've added the walls at the back. I've also basically added some, trying to modernise it a little bit. So as you can see, over the couple of doors at the rear, there's an air conditioning unit. There's also some electrical work and some junction boxes, and there's also an air conditioning unit at the front. That bit there's got a Wrigley tin sort of roofing out the front, and the other three have just got the standard pan tiles. For pan tiles, I used the Age of Empires do a set of it's basically like plastic card pan tiles. You'll come in A4 sheets, so that's what that is. And as my normal method, I've added little bits and bobs. There's some tufts added. There's a tree there I've banged in the corner, some rubbish bags, mattress and different bits and bobs, just to try and make it a little bit lived in, and to break it up. There's also an old armchair there you can see sitting out the back. They're all from Debris of War, the resin company. Painted it and then basically found some suitable advertisements on the internet suitable for Vietnam, banged them on, and there we have it. So I'd like to know what you think. Shout up any questions, and I'll obviously do my best to answer them. Right, so there we are. As I said, I'm reasonably pleased with the way it's turned out. And certainly for the future buildings, I'm now up to speed with how I'm going to do roofs, how to prime blue craft foam before I start covering it in Halfords grey primer, so all's good. I've done a little few work, back in the day I had, well, I've still got them quite large 20mm Second Gulf War setup, and I had some of the Pegasus palm trees, which was sort of, it came as a kit. I don't even know whether they're still available. They did a couple of different types, sort of one of traditional sort of desert island palm, and another one sort of more Middle Eastern type. So I'm going to base those up individually and maybe in small groups just to bang on the weigh table to just break it up, and they'll also obviously be usable for other stuff, so that's on the go as well. If you're a sort of first time viewer and you've just found the channel, please have a think about subscribing. You can do that from the main channel page, or alternatively at the end of the video in the bottom right hand corner there's a round button which is an Empress 20mm Modern British Infantryman. If you click that, you're subscribed. Coming up, a few different things. We've sort of got quite a few different rule sets that are on the back burner that we need to do reviews and talk about. One in particular, which me and Alex are playing at the moment, which we've had for quite a while, is Combat Patrol by Buxerdo, which is a platoon level World War II skirmish game, card driven. We've played a game quite recently and I forgot how much I quite enjoy it. It's very fast, and it's actually quite good fun. So we should maybe do a video on that to let people. I'm pretty sure, I think in the UK Sally Forth did it, but that'll be for another video. We'll get that sorted. So once again, any questions at all about what I've done to the Hue Building or how I've done it, just shout up, and me and Alex will do our best to answer the questions. Thanks for all your support. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.